Hey guys, it's Matt with BleepinJeep.com. It's time to change U-joints again. Now I've showed you how to do this with a press, I've showed you how to do it with a hammer, and this time we're going to try and use a vise. Of course, you'll need the hammer too. Don't forget to check out the website, BleepinJeep.com. We've got all the best off-road videos on YouTube, none of the boring stuff, and don't forget to subscribe below. Alright, let's get started. Alright, so here's the U-joint. It's not real bad, but it's from the junkyard, so we're going to go ahead and change it anyway. The first thing you want to do is remove these little clips right here, and to do that you just use a screwdriver and a hammer. Once you get them out far enough, you can just put your screwdriver in there and pop them out. Now you've got one on each joint here, so you've got 4 total. Alright, now that I've got all the clips out, just going to open that up a little bit. And now we can take the U-joint out. What you want to do is open that up just wide enough to set that in there like this on 2 ears. And you want to make sure that you pull the right one off first, which is the outer one. If you don't do that, then it gets a little complicated just trying to remove a U-joint off of this little tiny outer piece. So what I'm going to do, bring something over to kind of hold that up in place. And now you want to hold this side, and what you want to do is just pound it down right here. Now the problem with this particular piece is that there's a little ring right here which I can't really get my hammer on. So to get around that, there's a couple things you can do. You can either bend it down, then bend it back in place when you're done. You can try to angle your hammer like this, not touch it. If you want, you can try to get a socket to fit on there, but then when you go to hit it, it'll just fall off. So I'm just going to try to angle my hammer up. If I bend it a little bit, I'll just whack it back in place whenever I'm done. There we go. There's one cap. Now we're just going to turn it over and do the other side. Alright, now we're just going to turn it the opposite direction. You can actually take this out. Now we're just going to set it like this and do the same thing on this side. There we go. Turn it over. Perfect. Okay, now we're ready to put the new U-joint back in. Before I do that, you can go ahead and lube everything up with transmission fluid, motor oil, or grease, or whatever you want to use. That'll just help slide everything back together. And I looked at this U-joint. It's pretty dry in there, and this is a non-greasable U-joint. So I'm going to go ahead and put some more grease in each one of these caps here. Alright, now we're ready. First thing we'll do is we'll just take the U-joint, slip it in like this, then we'll take a cap, put it here, and then you're going to slide it in. Now you want to make sure that you get this lined up just right. You don't want to get it boogered in there sideways. And we're just going to help it in a little bit. There we go. Now I can put the other one on top. Make sure you don't lose any of those bearings in there. Perfect. Now, what you want to do is take your clips that came with the U-joint. Here they are. And if you'll notice, when I hammered that in, the bottom one pushed in a little further. Go ahead and put your clip in on that one. And now, hang that over the edge. Pound the top in a little bit further. There we go. Now you can see there's just enough to put another clip in. Perfect. Alright, for the next piece we're going to do pretty much the same thing. We're just going to slide this over. We'll put the cap on. Slide it up. Now I'll turn it over and help it on. There we go. Now I can put the final cap on and help it into place. Now we can put the clips in. This one will go first since it's sticking out more. There we go. Now just hang that over the edge a bit. Pound it down a little more. Once you get it pounded in far enough, go ahead and put your last clip in. There we go. Now we're almost done. We need to bend that dust cap back in place. Now these aren't that important, they're just dust caps, but we do want to get them back in place and then we'll be completely finished. Now I'll just straighten the metal back up that I bent using the vise. Well, there you have it, folks. One happy new U-joint and axle shaft. I hope you learned something. Please leave your comments below, as always, and don't forget to check out the website, BleepinJeep.com. We've got all the best off-road wins and fails of YouTube, none of the boring stuff. And don't forget to subscribe right over there. We'll see you next time.